Okay. We're here. There we go. Kyle is not coming tonight for some reason. I asked, but he didn't say. And Lost Joke will be late. Lost Joke does have a reason. Which I might tell you. Or I might wait until he gets here, and then tell. Which I think I'll do. I don't know how late he's gonna be. If he's not here by like halfway through, then I'll tell. I'll tell what it is. At the moment,
Mystery.
Yeah, it's a mystery. Give it some thought. Give it some cogitation. We can sell the horses, which we were gonna do at the end of last week, but then it was like super late, so we decided not to. Decided to do it this week. So we'll do that. How are the horses doing? Are you connecting yet, Greg? Cleanliness for the chickens is not good. I'll go clean the chickens real quick. You sound so excited to be here today, Craig.
Yep. Super.
There he is. Well, I will also say, entirely possible. This could be the last farm sim day. I'm not sure. I've fulfilled. We have fulfilled the goals that I wanted to do, which was basically just keep going until we have a horse baby, which we did last week. And then I don't know what else to do. At the same time, I'm not sure what we're gonna do after this game. So, kind of depends on how lazy I am in determining and setting up a following game.
We need to 100% before we quit this game.
No, you're so quiet, Craig. Hold on, let me turn you up. Let me turn you up in Discord.
We need to buy all equipment, all fields, produce all animals and products and crops.
I wonder how much all equipment in this game would cost. Like $30 million or something like that. Probably something really stupid. I'm gonna use the truck. A truck that needs to be repaired pretty soon. Oh yeah, that's why we don't use the truck, because it's a little low. That's alright. We'll be fine. All the horses and all the king's men. No, they're all done. Chickens still need to be cleaned up. I did clean them up, but apparently they still need to be cleaned up. Alright. Where is the animal dialogue? Is it this one? There we go. Are we keeping any? Are we keeping any horses other than the mating pair?
I think we're keeping Crow and we're keeping Big Nerdberry, aren't we?
Are we? Why
Or
would
we
we keep
just-
Big Nerdberry?
So we're just selling Giant Nerd Guy's progeny.
Yeah, remember we talked about this last week.
On
There's
the
no
day of his
reason.
birth.
Yeah, well, this is the day after his birth, but yes, there's no reason to keep them. Like, there's no. They still have the max value,
Yeah.
and they can't go past that. So
All right. Ship them off to the glue factory then.
Do you want to keep Lisblot and Crow and put them in the breeding pen and take
Yeah.
Giant Nerd Guy and Strawberry and sell them?
Yeah.
Okay.
The progress won't go away in the breeding pen if we switch the horses around with it.
It might, but it's only been like 2 days, so it's not like a huge deal.
Well, let's put the new horses in first and then take out the current horses, and then maybe the progress won't reset.
Okay. The problem is I don't think that we can do that. I think the breeding pen only has 3 slots.
You could do one transfer at a time, but it would be a pain in the ass. I don't know if there's much progress anyway.
Move. Confirm. Forgot to confirm the other. Right there. Move. Move. Confirm. Literally just going in circles. Move. Move. Confirm. Move. Move. Confirm. And finally, oops. Mark. Move. Confirm. All right. Now we're selling everybody. We're selling everybody here. Move, 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 move. Oh, we can't sell everybody. Let's, No, I can't. I only have 6... No, I can do that. Wait a minute. Oops.
Just make 2 trips.
I will. It's just I'm trying to do the best I can do. There we go. I'm trying to be the best I can be.
You want to be the very best? Like
who?
no one ever was.
Yes, I am. And I appreciate that you recognize that. Is there anybody who's, like, buying horses more? No, I don't think there's a way to, like, see that. Is there? Doesn't look like it. We'll just sell them at the, animal place. This
I don't think real horses would just crowd into that small space.
No, I feel like a
Be
trailer
okay
this
with it.
size... I feel like a trailer this size is really meant for only, like, 3 or 4 at most. Like 3 or 4 horses in this trailer would be stuffing it a bit. But,
Yeah.
but still doable. Whee! Imagine if I was driving like this with real horses in the trailer.
They would go nuts and kill each other. Transporte de animales vivos.
Let's see. All right. We are selling this. 300K. I'll pick up new horses once I have the last one sold too.
Well, You're gonna need to make 2 trips.
Your face needs
And
to make 2 trips.
It's more efficient if you pick some up now.
Your face also needs to make 2 trips. Who do we have? What kind of horses do we have in here? We have that one and that one. All right, so no white one and no whitey and no done apparently. There. That's actually all the horses that we need. Because last time we only got 6 too. Because we already had the 2 in the breeding pen, so I didn't get more than that.
Hmm.
What did I just hit? What was that? There's nothing there on the road.
Do you not know that, what are they called?
Yes.
What's that mythical man-like creature called again?
Chupacabra? Bigfoot?
No. Bigfoot, but like the more proper name.
Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Sasquatch.
Did you not know that Sasquatch can make themselves invisible? You just kill one of them.
Did they just kill a Sasquatch?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Well, you know, if he's going to make himself invisible, maybe he shouldn't be standing in front of the street, or in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
It seems more like his fault than mine.
That's why they're so elusive.
Well, it's fine. Yes, and then also... Oops. Big Nerd Berry. You're coming with me. We're selling you. It's fine, we're selling him to the same place that we sold to his parents, so... They'll all get to meet in the, in the glue factory.
On the assembly line.
Yeah. I mean, that's where they're headed,
Right
on the assembly line.
Before they meet the heavy machinery.
Yeah, they don't... I mean, I don't know what you think horses do at a glue factory, but they work on the assembly line. They help, you know, they screw on the little orange chips on the Elmer's glue. That's like their job. I don't know why people treat it as some kind of like a morbid thing. It's just, you know, it's not the best job, but it's paying work.
What do they pay them with? Carrots?
Carrots, sugar cubes, apples, you know, depends on how well they do. Carrots are kind of the baseline. Apples and sugar cubes are for the good workers. There. 350 big ones total. Minus 30, so 320. Oh no. Stuck. There we go. So a total of $320,000 for 10 days' work. If only I could make that kind of money in real life.
Just buy a large horse ranch.
Yeah, that's all I need to do. Buy a large horse ranch, buy some horses for $5,000, turn them somehow magically into horses worth 10 times that amount within 10 days, and Bob's your uncle, as they say.
All you have to do is ride each of them 5 minutes a day.
It's true.
Make sure they're fed.
Yeah.
Like how this trailer is so heavy that it drags the truck around.
It's not, yeah, this truck is really not meant to be carrying this trailer, but it's fine.
That garish gold-plated anchor.
I was dancing. I was dancing a bit. Close enough. All right. What do horses need? What do our horses need? They need in the breeding pen. They need basically everything except for oats. And in the paddock, they don't really need anything right now. So we need water, straw, and hay. I'll get the water.
I'll start riding them for the day.
Okay. As soon as I'm done with the breeding pen, I'll start riding too.
We need to rename them too.
Yeah. We need names. We need names for the horses.
Well, I guess their names are fine, unless we have viewers to name them after.
Yeah, plus, I mean, we're probably not really going to get to sell them at this point.
Yeah.
It's because, I mean, I think we've done the horse ranching gameplay to the fullest extent that it exists in this game. Kind of too bad it's not like a little bit more involved. Maybe it will be in the next game. I mean, the base game doesn't even have the breeding. That's like a mod. It's not even like the best mod. I mean, it's fine. It works perfectly fine. It's just, you know, there's no real reason to do it.
Well, if you had an absurd amount of breeding pens all operating at the same time, then
Yeah, but you need like a
it'd be pretty
lot.
efficient.
You would need a lot, though.
Yeah, you know. You'd want like 8 of them operating simultaneously.
Yeah. And then I guess at that point you would have, like, you wouldn't really have the regular stable filled with horses, right? Like, all your horses would be in the breeding pens. And you would
Yeah.
need to ride them, of course, and then once you get them, then I guess those horses, because those horses would still need to be ridden to full volume, but those horses, like, the results would be what you would put in the stable. And then you just keep everything else the way it is.
Well,
I guess.
the children horses would be born at 100%, wouldn't they?
No. We've already had Big Nerdberry was born at result of 2 max volume or max value horses, and he was only like, I think it was like 60-70%, something like that. It just takes less time, but you still would need to raise their value.
Yeah, I guess you'd just stick them in the main pen.
Yeah. It would take
For
a
a couple
lot of
days.
time, though, wouldn't it? Because you would still need to ride all of the horses. So if we have 8 pens, right, 8 breeding pens, that's 16 horses, which you would need to ride at least 2 minutes a day. And this is assuming that they're all already at full value, because you would need to ride them 5 minutes a day to increase their value until they're max, and then after that, at least 2 minutes to keep them. So that's 32 minutes just for those horses, plus 5 minutes per result.
Actually, I don't think that would be efficient at all anyway, because it makes the child horse quicker to get to full quality, but the breeding cycle is the time is the limiting factor when it comes to time anyway.
Yes, and the breeding cycle, as far as I know, is 10 days.
You'd quickly be able to sell them, but then you'd still be waiting for the next breeding cycle to finish. So you wouldn't really make any more money.
Yeah.
I guess
Like, if you
for
staggered
most of the
them...
breeding cycle, you would only be riding the breeding horses for 2 minutes a
Yes.
day. Because
Except...
for most of the breeding cycle, the children will already have been sold.
Yes, but... if you wanted to... See, I was thinking that you would want to ride the children as well. Don't take that out of context. In order to increase their value before you sell them. And at, you know, 70-80%...
that would just be over quickly. And then for the rest of the breeding cycle, they would be gone.
Quickly, I mean, it still took like 3 or 4 days, though, for Big Nerdberry.
Well, that's 3 or 4 out of like 10 days.
It's true, but...
I'm not saying it's a good...
It's not that great.
Yeah.
All the more reason to, for the official devs to incorporate it better in the next game.
Yeah. Breeding should increase quality beyond what was previously possible.
Is that it? Yeah. I think that's it for them. How's the chickens doing? Chickens could probably do with a bit of a top-up. God, I hate this trailer. This trailer's the worst. This trailer's the worst trailer I've ever seen.
This is this Buck from Kill Bill.
Alright, I'm coming back. I'm gonna help with the horses.
Anyone or
feed the chickens.
anything that's ever named Buck just makes me think of that guy.
I don't remember that guy.
I think he's like right in the start of the movie.
The only thing I remember is, Buck likes to fuck.
How can you remember what he says but not what the situation is?
Because I had friends who would use that as like a meme back before memes were really given a name.
Well, it's because what's her face is in a coma at the start of the movie.
It's been a long time since I saw those movies, and they were okay. I wasn't like super into them. Like, I enjoyed them, but I wasn't like super into them.
Yeah, they're entertaining, I guess.
There we go. Alright.
Too bad Buck's never going to have a chance to be in the breeding pen.
Yeah, Buck, unfortunately, will not be fucking. Todd. I'm on Todd. You know what? Todd is going to be renamed
Odd.
Get. No, Todd. Todd is going to be named Todd Howard. I was trying to name him Todd Howard by Skyrim, but it's too long. I just named him Todd Howard. Okay, guess what?
It's gonna get sued. Change it to Hot Howard.
There's a new Skyrim version coming out. It's not even a new version.
Version coming out.
It's not even like a new version. All it is the special edition, except you get more like of the shitty Creators Club things. Yeah, they said you get 500 of the which is all of them, Creators Club mods. And the thing is, a lot of those don't like integrate that well into the game. Like a lot of them are kind of not great. And so now, in addition to all of the normal mods that you might have, because, you know, you don't play Skyrim without mods, you have to mod this shit out of it. Mod it until it crashes, and then fix the crash, and then mod it some more. So in addition to all of that, now you have all of these Creation Club, like, reskins and, like, one-off, like, quests, clogging up your character's journal and inventory, and, like, all these pop-ups coming up saying, hey, you have installed this thing, you should go do it. Like, whenever you start a new character.
Yeah.
It just seems like a bad idea. I don't know.
You could have that reaction to practically every idea Bethesda has had since
Horse armor.
Morrowind.
Horse armor. Horse armor was in Oblivion. I was there. I was there when that was a thing. Everybody was all up in arms. Horse armor? What the hell? You expect us to pay $5 for this stupid, like, cosmetic crap on a horse that doesn't even do anything? What a bunch of bullshit. Bethesda sucks. Bethesda's just selling out. They're not a good company anymore. That was horse armor. That was literally like, what, 15, 20 years ago? 15, I guess, 15-ish.
We're frogs in a boiling pot.
And now look at us. Now we're like, oh, okay, well, those kinds of microtransactions are okay, as long as it's just aesthetic and doesn't affect the gameplay. So weird.
Now we have to accept gameplay affecting macrotransactions just to get a game we want funded.
Yep. It just works. Just works from a marketing standpoint. That's really what he meant by that.
Yeah.
I still enjoy Skyrim, though. Like, it's still a fun game. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy modding the hell out of it, though. I enjoy making it into a completely different game.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. Like, I enjoy modding it to where, like, it doesn't really play like Skyrim at all anymore. And then I will enjoy the game.
It's just a platform at this point. I don't like any of the original content. I don't really have any interest in redoing any of it.
I'd rather play Oblivion at this point. I wish they would just remake Oblivion in Skyrim engine. I'd play that.
I'd rather play Morrowind.
Well, we got modders working on both of those projects anyway.
Yeah.
Not that they'll ever release, probably, because, you know, people have been working on porting Morrowind into Oblivion since that was a new game. They've been working on porting Oblivion into Skyrim since that was a new game. And there ain't nothing to show for any of it yet.
Well, Kingdom Come was a good game in that genre. Looking forward to the sequel.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of much of a modding scene, though.
No, it doesn't seem like the kind of game that has a lot of modding.
I'm not sure it's really easily moddable or anything.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with the Bethesda games, is that they actually will, like, give you the tools that you can use to mod stuff, and so there's tons and tons of mods for it, but other games don't really do that.
Not for long. We really don't want to do that anymore.
Why not? Are you sure? Have they said that?
Bethesda. They want you to pay for mods.
Yeah, and they did get people to pay for mods already in Skyrim, but they didn't take away the creation kit or anything.
I fully anticipate they will.
I don't think that they will. I think they'd suffer too much bad press.
They would, but I don't think that's going to stop them if they think they'll make more money that way. Even if they weren't, I'm just kind of not even interested in the games that they're supposedly making anymore.
Starfield looks like it's basically just going to be Skyrim in space, to be honest. Like, we don't really know anything about it, and yet from what little we've seen, because they did say that that trailer or whatever that they had was like made like in the game, or, you know, using game assets and all that. It honestly just looks the same as like Skyrim or Fallout. It, like, it has that same, it's like a very distinct like Bethesda aesthetic, and that's what it looks like.
It would be awesome if it was literally just Skyrim in a different setting with different art. But the same story and characters.
I mean, they're probably not going to do the modding tools for Starfield, even though they definitely could, because I would be willing to bet that Starfield is using the exact same engine and stuff that they've already been using this entire time with Skyrim and Fallout.
That's a big thing. They refuse to make a new engine, even though it's getting really old.
They keep on saying that they're going to. Like, I think they've said that Starfield is going to use a new engine, but then I think recently they said it's actually like a 2.0 or a 3.0 or whatever 0.0 of the same engine that they've been using for 15 years now.
Which could be completely meaningless.
Yeah. Although I've said it before, but I still think that the main weakness in Bethesda games has always been and continues to be their animations. Their animations just look bad and stiff and just, I don't know, there's janky. And it's like, I look at other games, and other games have like really nice animations and like they work fine. And they look nice, and then I go look at this AAA like Bethesda game, and it just looks so shitty whenever anybody moves in the game.
At least their faces aren't tired.
True. That is one thing they have going for them, is their like automatic lip syncing tech that they've had since like Oblivion. That's actually pretty good. If they just need to like increase their quality of everything else, then that'd be nice. I'm surprised they haven't really tried to do any like smaller scale Elder Scrolls games like they used to. Like they used to have was it Redguard, where you didn't make your character and it was like a smaller, more focused story. I don't know, it just seems like they could do that a lot more. And they just kind of don't.
They'd probably make a lot of money too.
Yeah. But no, they have to make Elder Scrolls Blades that everybody hated.
Well, that probably was their attempt to do something like Redguard.
Yeah, but Redguard, I don't know. I don't really hear people extolling Redguard's virtues, but still, it was something different, you know.
Yeah. You know, I very often find that food companies will get really shit, but then realize that they're shit and they are losing money, and they'll refresh themselves and increase the quality of their ingredients and come up with new stuff that's
Yeah.
much better. And for a while, they'll be good again before they slide. But that never happens with video game companies. Can you think of any examples?
I think you would have to go way back. I think there are examples, but you would have to go like way, way back. Honestly, Electronic Arts is actually probably one of those, but you have to go way, way back.
Yeah.
Like you would have to go back to like
back
the
to
80s
before the
and the
industries.
90s, early 90s.
You have to go back to when the industry was totally different from the way it is now.
Yeah.
So at this point, once a game company gets sufficiently disappointing, I just kind of write them off entirely. Maybe someday one of them will decide to change and be less shit, but it hasn't happened recently.
No. And even like the good ones end up pretty much falling to shit eventually.
Yeah. People need to learn to follow people in the industry rather than companies, because you get a good company because they're good people in it, and then the good people leave and it becomes a money-making zombie company under EA, and people still expect them to make good games.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. CDPR is starting to kind of be like that. They're slipping.
I don't think the game slipped. Well, if you're playing on console, yeah.
You keep on saying that, and I keep on saying that I've seen countless examples of the PC version also being shit. Like, yes,
Yeah,
the
but that's
console version
because
is even more shit, but
there are bug hunters that look
you keep on saying that, and I keep on
bugs.
telling you that I'm talking about like regular people who are just let's playing it and running into bug after bug.
What kind of bug?
Just like
Is
graphical
it like
shit and like
graphical
it's
shit
stuff
doesn't matter.
screwing up. Yes, it does though. It does though.
I don't think so. Name an open world game that doesn't have graphical glitches.
Dying Light. There you go.
Yeah, I can't think of an example to disprove it.
Like, every game has graphical glitches every once in a while. It's when it's, like, right there in your face, kind of fairly consistently, that it really starts to be an issue. When it's often enough that people make, like, memes about it, that's when it's an issue.
People make memes about bugs no matter what.
It doesn't mean it's not an issue, though. And that's not even the only thing that I'm talking about with CDPR. There was also the whole crunch thing, which they still do, by the way.
Everyone does crunch.
Yeah. So?
And
If everyone jumped off a
has to
bridge,
crunch.
if everyone jumped off a bridge, would you join them as well? Like, just because everybody
No,
does it
but-
doesn't mean it's a good thing.
I didn't say it's a good thing. If crunch is a reason to dislike a company, then you should just dislike the entire industry.
I mean, not everyone actually does it, though, is the thing. Especially after the whole, like... It's not fiasco. I don't want to say fiasco, but there was a whole, you know, it was brought to light. Was it, like, last year or something? Or the year before? There were companies that actually stopped doing it, or at least stopped doing it as much.
Well, I don't spend a lot of time following the industry that closely.
I mean, you kind of do, because you're always complaining about Epic and other companies. So you followed enough to hate on those specific companies, but not on anybody else.
I hate on plenty of companies.
What are you doing?
There's a reason that's specific to a company and that isn't widespread through the entire industry. I'll call them out for it.
I mean, you still give No Man's Sky shit, even though they've definitely, like, completely fixed and improved their game.
Yeah.
And they did it all for free, too. Like, they haven't charged anyone for all of that extra content that they've added to the game. And yet you still, like, hate them with a passion.
No, I don't.
You do, though.
I
You
just
hate them
don't wanna
enough
buy
to
the game.
like, not ever want to play the game.
I don't have money to be buying games all the time. I haven't bought a game in like.
But
3
it's like that
months.
specific game. Like, if I had said, hey, the next game we're gonna play is No Man's Sky, you would be like, no thanks.
No, I've said specifically that I would buy that game if you decided we were going to play it, but that I would prefer other games.
Well, we're not gonna play it anyway.
Yeah.
I would still buy it, but I'm still waiting until it's like cheaper. But it never goes cheaper than like $30. I was hoping
would give
to
them credit
eventually getting it for 20.
Yeah, I will give them credit for fixing their fuck up, but it doesn't erase that the fuck up happened.
I know, but you have to, like, at some point let it go. Like, you can't keep on, you know, blaming people for things they did in the past. It's literally what cancel culture is all about. Like, they might have done something shitty like years and years ago,
I don't
and
spend a lot of time thinking about No Man's Sky.
you should. Should spend all of your waking hours thinking about it. Did we ride the animals in the breeding pen? We didn't. Alright, we'll come back. I don't know what we're playing next, by the way. I have no idea. The one idea I had turned out to be a little bit iffy. As far as performance goes.
Oh, that Crystal Chronicles thing.
Yeah. I don't know if all of our computers can handle it. Like, it's not that big of, like, a system gobbler, but, like, I guess it's just enough. Makes it a little difficult.
I honestly don't know if I'll have the money for a new game anyway.
Well, it's probably not going to be a new game. I have other, like, ideas. There's nothing concrete.
Well, I don't mean a brand new game. I mean, I don't know if I'll have the money for any non-on-sale game.
Yeah.
That I don't already own.
Yeah. Well, you know, we can always just play some tabletop for a bit until I figure out what I want to do.
That would work.
We always have that as a go-to. I mean, we could go back to like Deep Rock, or even Valheim if we really wanted to. I think I don't think that I really want to play Valheim again until they have another like few updates. I mean, that one update that we were talking about coming out, quote unquote, soon, the Hearth and Home thing that we were talking about months ago.
Yeah.
It's still not going to be out until next month. They just released a trailer for it. A trailer that basically doesn't tell us anything about what it is, by the way. The trailer was nice. The trailer, it was like an animated trailer, like a 2D like animated trailer featuring you know, this guy like killing a dragon and then like dragging it back home like as a trophy. But like it didn't tell us anything at all about what the update involves. Like that was it. It was just like this little mini movie about this guy making his way home, and then like that was it. That was the entire trailer.
Well, if the update is big because of how long they've been working on it, it would be fine.
It's not, I don't think. I mean, it's not in terms of, I don't think it's adding any areas to go to. This is the update that is purely about adding more things to build,
Yeah.
like furniture and decorations and stuff. And I don't know what else is in there, but
I think their company is experiencing sort of like a CIG type thing where they're starting small and having to rapidly scale up due to their success. And the industry is kind of
that's fine. I'm not like complaining about it.
Kind of, yeah. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm kind of complaining about the trailer.
Small, so it's hard for new companies to even get people.
I'm kind of complaining a little bit about the trailer specifically, only because, again, like, it was a nice looking trailer. It just told us literally nothing about what the update is going to have.
I think there was information on pretty much all that they plan to put in the update, so...
Yeah, I think that there is info.
That information, then the trailer didn't really need to...
If I wanted to read it, but, I mean, the trailer is for people like me who don't want to read all of the info and stuff that they put out week to week. Trailer is meant to, you know, maybe bring new people to the game who aren't sure what this update is adding, or people who haven't played for a long time.
Well, I don't know, maybe they thought the trailer was going to be viewed by people who already read what's going to be in the update.
Maybe they thought the trailer was going to be viewed by your face.
I'm sure they did.